What's up, fans of LEGO? Welcome to Bricks of Billund. Each week, I'll be taking you with me on my journey of building LEGO sets, both old and new, sharing my thoughts and experiences on each set as it comes together, and hopefully inspiring builders, both young and old, and everywhere in between, to crack open a set and savor the magic that is LEGO. So what are you waiting for? Come build with me. On this week's episode, we have the Harry Potter theme Monster Book of Monsters. I can't tell you how excited I was when I saw this pop up on the website as a limited edition offer, so I had to get my hands on it right away. So I'm going to start with sorting these bricks first, and then I'll get back with you. That is all of 1 and 2. That's all we got. We have a 1 and a 2. So this isn't going to be too big of a build. You know, that's always one of the cool things about LEGO, I think, and I'm sure that you guys feel the same way sometimes when you get a new set and like the way that the pictures look and everything, it looks like it's going to be a lot bigger than it actually ends up being. And then sometimes it's vice versa, right? It ends up being a lot smaller than what you thought it was going to be too. So let's get to work here. We'll just start building. Starting with 1s here. All right. And we have Draco for this build, which is cool. You know, as is par for the course with all LEGO, right? You know, you have to really buy all the different sets to get all the different characters, right? So I think this is my first Draco out of everything LEGO that I own. Harry Potter, at least. I'm not sure if I have Draco. That is Draco. He's looking pretty good there. Let me give you a little close-up shot of Draco here. How does that look? He's looking good. Looking good, Mr. Malfoy. All right. Yeah, and again, with my smaller pieces, I think it's a little bit easier to kind of find them without having to sort through every single one. And again, that varies with size of build, right? This is only a 320 piece build versus a 3,000 piece build, right? So not as complicated, but a whole lot of fun. Like I said, I really think out of all the themes that LEGO has going on right now too, that the Harry Potter theme stuff is just really great. They haven't really had a dud with the Harry Potter stuff yet. It's all been really well designed, really well thought out, and definitely with the builder in mind, which I think is really great as well too. You know, tell me what you guys think about that as well. You know, let me know what you think about some of the Harry Potter themed stuff. I know there's a lot of builders out there who just like aren't into Harry Potter, and that's cool. You know, again, that's one of the great things about LEGO, right? As I say, that I want to try to inspire people to want to build, is that there's so many different options, so many different themes, so many different things you can explore to build. So if you're not a Harry Potter fan, if you're not into Star Wars, if you're not into, you know, Batman or whatever Marvel stuff that they're doing, then you can find something that you do like. Find something that does speak to you. This is cool. This is the first time for me that I'm seeing this piece made in rubber. I know LEGO's been doing this more with some of their pieces, you know, casting them in like a silicone type rubber, depending on the application. And I haven't, this is the first time I'm seeing this piece. I'm used to seeing it, you know, in its normal plastic injection mold, but that's pretty neato that it's actually rubber, which I'm sure has something to do with the inner workings of the piece once it's completed. This is just such an exciting build, too. I think another reason why I'm so excited about this is, obviously being a big Potterhead myself, I love Harry Potter. My wife is the one that really turned me on to it. I grew up with it. It was Harry Potter was happening while I was growing up, but my wife really turned me on to it, and I've been such a big fan since we watched all the movies for the first time years ago. And I love the scene in Prisoner of Azkaban with the monster book. So I was so excited when I saw this. I was like, I have to have it. I do not care. What do I need to spend to make this happen? And Lego was doing it as a promotion. I think it was spend $75 or more, and you were eligible to get it. They're also doing it with a vintage car, which I got that one too. So that'll be coming up on a later build. On our next episode. So we'll be doing the vintage car too very soon here. These smaller builds go by real quick, right? It's those longer, larger builds where you start to get really meditative, really quiet. I usually like to, put on music while I'm doing my Lego builds, just because for me, it kind of becomes this kind of meditative, therapeutic kind of a process to kind of, shut the rest of the world out and just build some Lego. See, that's what I'm talking about. Checking before I go. I missed this back a little ways. Because I wasn't checking, I was talking. But it's okay. That's one of the things too, right? If you've built enough Lego in your time, then usually you can really easily recognize what you missed and fix it right away. All right, we're getting the base done. Right. Okay, moving on to the mechanical component aspect here of the build. Like I said, there's more of the Lego Technic stuff happening here from the mechanical side of things. And I always love builds that incorporate both, right? Builds that incorporate both your standard kind of, display model with some type of mechanical moving component is always really cool. One last final pin to connect it all together. And place it inside. Like a glove. That's beautiful. Yeah, look at this here. Really nice. Moving right along, almost done with bag one here. And I might breeze through the second bag just without as much talking here, so. That one's a little tough to get on there, just to push everything down and have it all seated really nicely. All right, that wraps up the first two number one bags here. So this is where we are. This is where we are right now. Right here. Halfway through. one side or bottom side of the book, I suppose. Left side, right side. The right side of the book. That's where we are here. All right, so let's move on now to the second book here, or second bags rather, sorry. Second book, second bags, building a book. Okay. This is tricky, sorry. Always the very small pieces that will always very tricky for me because I have really big hands. So the small pieces are always tough. That's it. That is the Monster Book of Monsters. Check it out. Alright guys, so this is the LEGO Harry Potter themed Monster Book of Monsters. Just some final quick thoughts here on the wrap up after finishing the build. I personally really enjoyed it. I thought it was a super fun build, nice and detailed. Lot of small parts, which for me can be a little bit challenging. Because like I said, if you're someone who has big hands like I do, all the small part detail can get a little bit challenging. You know, LEGO says 10 and up. I always think that the age range for LEGOs is like very all over the place anyway. I don't think you need to be 10 or older. I think you can do it if you're younger than that, especially if you have a lot of experience building Lego. One of the quick things about the actual mechanics of it, you know, I thought when I first saw it that it was going to have a wind-up aspect, right? A pull back and it would move forward on its own, like you have seen lots of other toys out there. But for this, it's just pushing it forward is what gives you the chomping motion of the book. So it won't do anything if you're moving it backward. It's just a forward motion there, which again is really cool, right? I mean, just the detail that goes into the simple mechanics of that, really very cool on Lego's end. And yeah, I honestly don't have anything negative to say about the build. It was a Lego.com exclusive. So I believe they only have it available until January 31st is what they say on their website, with a purchase of $75 or more. And it'll be interesting to see if LEGO decides to keep it as a regularly offered item. I know they've done that in the past. If something's been really popular and they get a lot of community support for it, they will bring back a LE item and offer it regularly. So we'll see what happens. And like I said, I can't complain. It would probably run retail $30 on its own, right? And you get it for free with a $75 purchase. So there's still time. Get it before the end of January 31st. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching the very first episode of Bricks of Billund. If you liked this video, please hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment letting me know what you'd like to see here in the future. Until next time, keep building.